Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. I'm Marva, and I want to thank you so much for taking the time to stop by. And a very big thank you to the many folks who subscribed recently to this channel. Thank you so much. And for that reason, I realized I need to do a garden update. Yes, we have things happening in the garden, and some things are not happening because of the severe or the extreme weather conditions that's happening in zone 10B. Yes, it's extremely hot, and we're also under sort of a drought situation happening. And so many of the things that were in the beds are no longer growing there. However, we do have the fruit trees though. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of what's happening in the garden. Can't stay out too long because of the heat. And the device won't last for very long if it's overheated. So let me go ahead and show you what's going on. So once again, thank you. And please do remember your thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. And thank you once again for coming. So let's go ahead. Let's begin right here.
For those of you who may not know, you're looking at a dwarf avocado tree. Yes, it's the third time it's bearing fruit. The first time we got one, the second time we got two. Can you guess how many we have now? Well, if you said three, you are correct. Check them out. We're growing white yam in these containers. The head came from the original piece that weighed about 3.5 pounds. It was harvested from these same containers. These barriers are used to keep the raccoons out.
6 months ago, these banana plants were devastated by the cold weather. And now here we are for this extremely hot weather. But they're doing well. Do you see the new shoot? It looks like we're going to get a huge bunch. The suckers, they are growing slowly but surely. Now we're going to take a look at two of the four coconut trees that are in the garden. This one is blossoming all over. Notice the yellow blossoms? Yes, they start out that way and then they turn green. Here is the second tree. It too is blossoming. And if you look closely, you will see the pollinators, the bees. They're doing their thing. Check them out. The Barbados cherry is exceptionally high in vitamin C. It is bright red, juicy, fruity, and tangy. If they are not harvested immediately when they are ripe, they will fall from the tree. These are cerasee vines, and it's bitter lemon. They always seem to find themselves in this tree. The extreme heat is taking a toll on the plants in the bed, like the okra plants and the scotch bonnets. Let's harvest these now. Over here we have our sweet potato bed. Now, the soil has been very hot. We're not sure how much or if we will even get any sweet potatoes from the bed. The plants on this side of the garden are coming back to life after the severe cold weather a few months ago. This Nesberry tree was not affected by the cold weather or the heat. It continuously produced sweet, juicy fruits.
We were harvesting from it just a week ago. Unfortunately, this sweet stop tree does not produce much fruit. I'm looking forward to eating jackfruit from this tree. It is the largest tree-borne fruit in the world. Next, you're looking at the ackee tree. Yes, the Jamaican national fruit. It's harvest season. There's fruit to be harvested later. Let's get this one now. As you can see, the tree is really loaded. And finally, here's the Otaiti apple tree. 6 months ago, the tree was destroyed by the severe cold weather, but now it's coming back to life. Had that not happened, we would have been preparing to eat our first fruit from the tree. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching, and do come back again to see what's happening right here in the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden.